morning mga kaibigan. Welcome back to our lecture. Lecture 101, Due Diligence Before Buying Real Properties in the Philippines. And we will have a recap first of the meaning of due diligence. Kasi gustong-gusto ko talagang balikan ang definition ng due diligence para hindi po natin makalimutan. Alright. Due diligence is the investigation or exercise of care that a buyer is normally expected to do before entering into a real estate sales agreement with the seller. Bago po magbili, mag-imbestiga, mag-exercise ng due care. Yan po ang due diligence. Okay? Enumerate natin ngayon yung due diligence guides. Number 1, know the proof of ownership. Number 2, know how to verify a land title. Number 3, know the seller. Number 4, conduct ocular inspection. Number 5, know the taxes and legal expenses. And number 6, find a real notary public. Ngayon, tapos na natin itong proof of ownership. Discuss na natin ito separate video lecture. And we are now in how to verify a land title, which we have already discussed. Kaya ang discussion natin ngayon is the continuation of verification of documents as proof of ownership but without land title. So yan po ang ating pag-usapan ngayon. So, verification of documents if the property being sold is not titled. So, ang nangyayari dito, base doon sa tanong mo, sabihin mo sa seller, Seller, binibenta mo itong property na ito sa akin. Ano po ba yung proof ownership no? Hindi po ako titulado, sir, pero may mga pruweba po ako ng pagmamay-ari. Ano yung mga pruweba mo? Maring sabihin ni seller is that, sir, I will present the following. Number 1 is I have a deed of absolute sale. Meaning, the property is titled but under the name of the previous owner. Number 2, maring ang seller ay may tax declaration and real property tax receipts. Number 3, baka meron siyang transfer of rights document. So, pag-usapan muna natin itong deed of absolute sale. No? Dito sa deed of absolute sale, meaning nito is that titulado ang lupa pero hindi pa na-transfer doon sa nabentahan. Yung nabentahan, yun yung seller na gustong ibenta rin sa inyo. Siya yung nagdi-deal ng lupa. Ang proof of ownership niya, deed of sale lang. Gustong-gusto mo yung lupa. Gustong-gusto mo bilihin. Okay. Pwede naman. Pero ito ang dapat na wag mong kalimutan if you would like to proceed with that. Okay. Know if the seller is in the exclusive possession of the property. Pag sinabi natin exclusive, siya lang. O kasama niya yung mga pamilya niya. Dapat wala na yung previous registered owner. Tapos walang ibang tao. So, ibig sabihin, you have to go there and check at magtanong ka kung sino yung mga tao. Baka may mga tao pa nakatira doon. Klaruhin nyo kung siya ba talaga ang may exclusive possession of the property. Tapos, number 2, dapat tandaan na may dalawang transfers na mangyayari. And therefore, 2 tax and registration consequences. Kasi, from the previous owner to the seller, now, that is first transaction. Kung bakit hindi nilipat ni seller now ang title under his name, that we do not know. There are many reasons. Ngayon, ang hawak niya, yung titulo ng previous owner, may deed of sale siya, tapos, ipapasa sa iyo, ibebenta sa iyo. Gusto mo bilhin ang lupa. So, take note that there may be 2 transfers that will happen. So, 2 tax and registration consequences. Ngayon, ang sinabi noong seller, sabi niya, Sir, ang gusto ko, net po ako of all taxes, net of all expenses, net of all lawyer's fees and professional fees. Except sa broker's fees, I'll pay it. Pumayag ka sa kasunduan, pumirma ka rin. Nangyari, hindi mo na napansin or maring, yun nga, wala ka nagkandak ng thorough due diligence by remembering na to tax consequences ka pala ito. Ibig sabihin, ikaw ang magbabayad ng transaction ng previous registered owner papunta dito sa seller na nagbebenta ngayon sa'yo. Paano po kung ang deed of sale nila executed 6 months or 1 year ago? Yan sabi ng batas, from the date of the execution of the deed of sale, you count 30 days. Yun ang period within which to pay the capital gain tax. Outside that date, magbabayad ka na ng penalty every month. Tapos magpapatong-patong yun. Imagine that. If you do not know this, you'll be paying those penalties, pati yung taxes sa first transaction. Yeah, it would be better that tanungin mo muna, sandali Mr. Seller, yun bang first transaction nyo dun sa previous registered owner, nabayaran mo ba ang capital gain tax at doc stamps? Yes sir, meron na akong proof of payment nito. In fact, meron na akong electronic certificate authorizing registration or yung e-car na nagpapatunay. Kaya lang hindi ko lang nilipat ang titulo sa pangalan ko. So walang problema. At least yung tax consequences doon, hindi mo na masasalo. Paano ko sabihin niya? Hindi ko pa bayad. Hindi ko pa babayad. Sabihin, diyan ka na mag-argue. Kung ganun mahirap magpatuloy ng transaction sa iyo kasi malaki ang babayaran ko diyan. Tsaka paso na ito. Pero may competition itong gagastos ko. So dapat babaan mo itong presyon ng property mo. Papayag ako. Pwedeng ganun na negotiation. If you really want to get the property, sometimes you have to sacrifice a little in order to get some. Ganun lang naman yan But ang gusto ko kasi in-emphasize is that alam mo ba, conscious ka, na merong 2 transfers na mangyayari and merong 2 tax and registration consequences. Huwag po yung kalimutan. Ngayon, mag-secure ka rin ng certified true copy of the land title from the Registry of Deeds where the property is located. Bakit? For possible adverse annotations. Lalo mo yung discussions natin ng mga adverse annotations, yung lispendence, adverse claims, etc. Baka merong ganun Bakit may ganun? Dito sa titulo na pinakita ng seller sa akin, clean naman. Bakit sa certified true copy, hindi clean? Pwede pala mangyari yun? Yes po. Kasi po, ang titulo po, kambal po yan sila. Isang titulo po, kopya po ng Registry of Deeds. Yan ang tinatawag nating ROD original copy. Nakatago po yan sa vault nila. Yung isa naman, owner's duplicate copy. Ito po yung para sa registered owner. Sa ating kwento, ito yung nakay seller na sa kanya. Ngayon, dito sa ROD copy, even if wala itong owner's duplicate copy, pwedeng magkaroon ng transactions or annotations like adverse claim or ang kinakatakutan natin na possible lost title or baka court order na directing the Registry of Deeds to issue a new owner's duplicate title in favor of the registered owner. Pwede pala mangyari yun? Yes po. Kasi ganito yun. The previous registered owner, alam niya na hindi pa na ililipat ngayon sa pangalan nung nabentahan niya, yung seller ngayon. May mga manluloko talaga na tao, so ginawa niya, execute siya ng affidavit of loss. Tapos, pa-annotate niya doon sa ROD. Then, files a petition for the issuance of new title in lieu of the lost one sa Regional Trial Court. During the hearing, he presents evidences and the court believes him kasi normally wala namang opposition and the court issued a decision directing the Registry of Deeds to issue a new owner's duplicate of title to the registered owner. Ministerial lang yung function ng Registry of Deeds, so issue rin. So, ang ibig sabihin, itong registered owner, meron na siyang bagong titulo. Pero existing pa yung titulo dito. Walang kaalam-alam itong seller na ito yung nagbebenta sa iyo. Wala siyang kaalam-alam. Ngayon, what if this fellow sells it again to another person? That is what we call double sale. Now, kung may double sale, tapos yung second fellow na nabentahan niya, yung second na tao na nabentahan niya, siya po ang nakaparegister sa kanyang transfer or sa kanyang ownership on the property because of their deed of sale, siya ang may-ari. Kasi lalo na, basta as long as in good faith siya, hindi niya alam. So, wala. Ang nangyari, tawag nito is backstabbing. Twice binenta. Well, there is no issue. There's no question about the fact na yung previously registered owner ang daming pwede nating i-file na criminal cases sa kanya. Kung makita mo pa. But the issue here is that yung property ownership. Tapos ikaw, pagkuha mo ng certified true copy, nakita mo. Merong annotation of affidavit of loss. So, ibig sabihin, kung yun pa lang, may plano mag-file ng petition for lost title. Now, aside from, kunyari, annotation of loss, may nakalagay, court order na, talagang nag-file na petition at may order. Tapos, kung sakaling, meron yung annotation, meron yung court order, tapos ikatatlo, meron na yung transfer of registration, cancel din title, talagang binenta. Nagkaroon na ng double sale. Baka ikaw pala ang makadiscover at ikaw pala maka-inform sa seller, Mr. Seller, nadenggoy ka. Hindi ko bibilihin yan. So, yun po ang ibig sabihin ng double sale. So, ingat po tayo dyan, ha? Backstabbing ang tawag natin yan. So, right now, we'll have a break for a while, no? Kasi, meron lang pipirmahan. Back to the salt mines, no? Trabaho muna. I'll be back in a few minutes. Please wait for me.